He wants to reward you. It's an auspicious day because it's really rainy and stormy.
Oh, we must get out of this dryness.
Remember where this is, because in about 10 levels, Damian's going to be raiding this place and killing everyone inside.
Damian?
Heathens!
They're allowed to have their religion, man. They're allowed.
Until they're not.
Oh, then there'll be the uprising.
You meet Chanticleer's family. They seem to be a little less intense than Chanticleer and Yakainen, although they are goodly worshippers of Kossuth. They invite you to dinner.
Okay.
You have dinner. They seem to have more of a Middle Eastern sort of style furniture and cuisine. Yep, a lot of spicy food. Their tables are low to the ground, and they're sitting around the table on pillows.
Middle Eastern is flavorful, not spiceful. Thank you. Or spice. Oh, never mind. I need to eat. I need some spicy food.
All I know is shawarma and falafel.
Hummus.
Grains, beans, strange, tasty paste, some cured meats, which might be goat. There is a strong tea afterwards when Chanticleer and his mother are clearing the tables. His father shows the two of you into a back room, which leads down underneath Kossuth's pipe. And there is an ostentatious kind of bronze-filled, fires burning, red plush carpeted hole that is underneath Kossuth's pipe. You're pretty sure it's underneath like the surrounding city as well. It might explain why there's a constant chimney of of blackened smoke that is coming out of Kossuth's pipe. And there is the plush carpet runs the length of the rectangular hall to a great big brazier that is not lit yet. And there's this bronze statue of Kossuth depicted as an ifrit. More like an ifriti. It might be like with the great horns that are stylized on flame and sort of the bestial face. He's sort of got his hands cupped. There's a flame that is coming out of an eternal flame that is coming out of his cupped and clawed hands. Yakainen just kind of lingers at the stairwell, almost like he's hesitant to go himself. He just waves for you to go down the hall. You notice that Chanticleer had probably rushed his chores because he came running down the stairs with a sort of a huff and then stopped behind Yakainen.
Okay. Zed will take off his robe.
Okay.
And go down the stairs.
Yeah, you're at the foot of the stairs. He's kind of waving you down the hallway. Almost like, go on.
It's not that kind of shrine, dude.
Well, when you have a fire god, you just take off the robe. If you like your robe, you take off the robe, and then he'll go down to the shrine.
Flaming heads raise favorite foods that need to be cooked over their head. Oh, that's racist.
That's what are those stupid turtles?
What's that?
Stupid turtle race.
The turtle race. The Kryxes.
Who have like balls for heads.
Yep. You begin to walk down. You can see the pillars are all stylized. They've got what look like fiery creatures all kind of like climbing up the spiral around the pillars. Some of them look like elementals. Others look like little tiny beings, and smaller and larger ones. There always seems to be this large being depicted with many horns being worshipped or commanding. You're pretty sure there are stories around these pillars. You are a divine caster. You have, when you stepped across the threshold from the bottom step into the room onto the plush carpet, which is sort of coming up in between your toes in a nice way, you have entered holy ground. This is a Kossuthan temple. Give me a perception check as you are slowly moving your way through the columns towards the brazier.
27.
There is something walking with you. There is a shadow of something that is walking, like, it stops when you stop, and it's behind a pillar. You get the sense you're being watched, and there may be very well a creature down here. It smells of really heady incense with a tinge of burnt cinnamon.
Zed is not very good at, like, the bluffing.
Yep.
But he's going to pretend he's going to be aware of the thing, but he's not going to be trying to actively acknowledge it. If you did, like, the really crappy kind of, like, you're looking at the thing, but not...
The creature continues to move with you and seems to remain out of sight. Whenever you stop, it stops. The creature's feet are cloven. And heavy. It is not a small creature.
It is fucking Minotaur! It's a fire tar! It's a Minotaur on fire! What are you?
So you have brought me a supplicant, have you? Yes. Yes, servant of our Lord. He has done us well. We are about to invite in a great being of fire into our faith. He has shown himself a devotee of Kossuth, and worthy. I shall determine if he is worthy. Yes, master. I did not mean to overstep my bounds, merely the exuberance of what we have done. A dragon, a creature of this mortal world, flame and metal, is about ready to bow his head to our great fiery lord. And why does our lord care? He does not, yet there will be another voice in the crackle of the flames. This creature is but young, but will be great, and may win even more. Place for us in the Empire to worship Kossuth. Perhaps the Imperials can be convinced that our god is no threat. That our deity is a deity of fire. It is no threat to them. Fire is the center of civilization. Fire is the center of inspiration. And clearly the Imperials, perhaps Kossuth does not care about that either, young Yakainen. Send him forward. I should look at him. Finally, it walks out of step with you. It is a massive, massive, statuesque man with claws. He has huge horns coming out of his back. At first you thought it might be some sort of demon.
Still might think it's a bit of a demon.
Yep.
Don't have knowledge planes. Okay, Zed will walk up to the
Crimson
guy.
skin and smoldering
Back.
eyes. He, with black horns, he just sort of waves. He waves you forward and walks along with you. You are whom to Kossuth? Smoke rises and curls from its flesh. there's a palpable heat coming off of this creature as it stands before this great brazier of what looks like a darkened liquid.
I am Zed. I tame beasts in this phase of my life.
That is but the reflection on this pool. Who are you to Kossuth?
I am an example of renewal and suffering. Fire forging from raw to something better.
Show me.
Sense motive?
The smell of the liquid, it smells like something flammable, like oil.
Okay, I will cast produce flame and whip a flame into the, like...
It's a good thing you had that prepared, not like flint and steel, just like... Give me 1 second here, boss.
I could, like, burning hands it, but we'll use produce flame because that one's got style.
Yeah, the brazier, this large kind of bowl of oil does lick a light. He kind of grabs your hand that still has the produce flame. I think it's still on there.
Yeah, it'll go for 5 rounds.
And just pushes it into the fire. Do you have fire resistance?
No, I don't. I have to cast that, and I have not.
Okay. Are you struggling?
No, this is part of... Hey, when you made fun of me for taking off my robe, this is why I took off my damn robe.
When you take off one protection, you should put on another.
Okay. The first round, 1 damage. The second round, 6 damage. Third round, 4 damage. Are you still standing?
Yes.
Okay. He lets go of your arm while it's still in the flame. Your hand is still burning.
I'll leave it in there.
Okay. Another 3 damage.
Okay.
Do you think the fire cares for you?
I'll take my hand out.
It does not. It still burns your flesh. But still you recognize its power.
It shows me my weakness and what I need to improve. I'll cast Cure Light Wounds on myself.
Okay. The curing of Zed and Kossuth is not a pleasant curing. It's like even more burning
I will
sensation.
burn the burn away.
Yeah.
6 healing, but healing comes out of my hand.
You may worship here. And one day you will bring this dragon before this fox. And we shall see if he is worthy.
Nod.
Okay. You blink and the creature is gone.
Other things I had prepared was like Sleet Storm, because that'd be one way to offend everyone involved.
Cold!
Cold everywhere!
Okay, Zed, you're happy at what's going on. When you decide finally to leave, we'll say you linger a little bit for some sweets that the Voke family seems really happy that they've met someone that is a devotee of Kossuth. They now know you're a caster as well, which they're really happy with. Chanticleer does actually say something out loud that maybe the others assumed you knew.
You realize that you must keep the secret. that there is a temple here. We are allowed to worship in private, but perhaps the Imperials may not enjoy such holy ground beneath their streets.
You might be surprised what kind of holy ground they permit beneath their streets, because it's fucking awful.
Oh, like the pit, the pit fights. Vatapul. Beneath the streets of Vatapul is a cesspool that needs some inquisitioning.
That's right.
I like how Mark his characters have drank the Kool-Aid of the Imperium.
Dude, Mark's characters are what are going to save us in the whole shenaniganry to come.
Oh yes,
We have important people.
All
that
rest of us are all heathens.
Nobody cares about anybody in the character.
Can't believe that.
You have a shot of
Bastard.
some strong tea and some of these weird caramel sweets.
I will use a heal check to take a look at my hand. I'm not going to use magic to cure the rest of it. I'll let that heal naturally.
Okay. Eventually, it's just time to leave. Like it's past a
Sorry, to the question, to the statement of "don't tell anyone," he just nods. That's like it's a given.
Listening to your back.
The elders don't actually say it out loud, whereas Chanticleer may not have the. You start going back to, I guess you have a room at the Beast-Tamer's Lodge when you realize... Perception check?
Too much candy. 16.
You thought you heard sort of the panic of the megaphant? Like the big kind of trumpet of the megaphant? The clash of thunder and lightning. Oh, the lightning strike seems like it might have hit something up in the city, north of the Beast-Tamer's Lodge. It's when you get to about here that you notice that there are probably about 30 men, some horses, and a big covered wagon outside of the Beast-Tamer's stable. And you notice that various fires have been lit in various spots of the stable. Like, you notice the stable's on fire. Like, there's flames licking out. There are men running in and out of the Beast-Tamer's stable.
Now, urge to fireball the men rising, but we're going to go see what's going on first before we, like, whip off a fireball and just blow everything up, because I don't know precisely what's happened yet. So we're going to run up to them.
But
Okay.
you're probably sure it would look suspicious if they found out that you just came back from a Kossuthan temple.
Right, and start fireballing things, yeah.
Okay, you can see that there are several dead Beast-Tamers that look like they're just inside the door. The fires will seem completely take the Beast-Tamer's stable. And you see them loading Czargon into the back of this heavy covered wagon. There is a man that sees you as you see him. He's got a funny hat.
Do I see Chebagast or cadavers?
No. There might be fighting going on inside the Beast-Tamer's lodge.
All right, we are.
You can see some guys throwing alchemist pots through windows, like they're making it look like there was a fire.
They are being always not good.
Sabros and his men are turning south while a bunch of them are charging you.
How many is a bunch?
Half dozen? They're all in fireball formation.
Well, we'll convince them not to chase me.
A bunch of angry-looking dudes with scimitars and bucklers. They look like pirates. Running towards you.
We'll blow them up with a fireball.
You notice that the guys that are on the wagon do not look like pirates. They in fact look like soldiers, and they've got muskets.
Interesting. That's a whole nother level of shenaniganry.
Sabros is riding with them. He's got a bit of a cowl over his hat, like he's trying to disguise a little bit, and you can see him riding
Then
on the
why
top
is
of the
he
wagon.
even wearing the hat?
I'm gonna cast fairy fire on that motherfucker. Everybody's look at him. No, we're not gonna cast fairy fire on him.
So
Disguised by
the wagon is going south while these men are charging you. Like they're like, "Got him!"
Okay, well, we'll fireball them to dissuade them from getting him.
All right, roll some damage for your fireball.
Look at that damage! Fuck you guys!
What the fuck?
Oh, you're fucked! 29 out of a possible 30 damage.
Yeah, these guys don't want to get you anymore. as the wagon
Kossuth is with you.
Yes!
is driving off. You can see that there are others that are breaking into the Beast-Tamer's lodge. There's a fight going on, and the Beast-Tamer's stable is ablaze from within. Chebagast kind of comes running out. He's got a hand axe sticking out of his back, but he's still moving around. No, the Megaphant! And he's trying to save the Megaphant as other things are burning.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to Chebagast.
Okay.
Figure out what the tits is going on.
There was an attack! An attack! Ah! He slumps against the side of the wall a little bit.
Does he seem like he's gonna... Like, is he currently under threat?
No, aside from the axe sticking out his back, but that's a wound that he's got a lot of flesh.
He's a chunky monkey.
Yep. The Megaphant, I need to free the Megaphant. You can hear the Megaphant going crazy because of the fire, and it's trying to batter down a door,
We're
batter
gonna
down a
go
wall
free.
right now.
We're gonna try to free the Megaphant.
Okay, the two of you work hard. Chebagast is at 8th level, and you're what level?
5th.
5th. Roll 13d6 against, you're looking for 5 successes.
Do I get to add the 2 dice for being special?
Yep.
15d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Okay. You guys are able to battle through the blazes and eventually find a way for the Megaphant to escape from the burning building. Unfortunately, Chebagast loses some giant spiders, and you're pretty sure that Mongo, I think is Mongo, the really big giant spider is heavily damaged and may have crawled into the sewers.
To make the sewers even more fun! Yes! Oh, the rat folk are going to be so pissed they weren't fun and nice to me.
You helped free the Megaphant. You're pretty sure that Sabros, you saw his wagon turning your left.
All right, now
As you
I
left.
need help because I cannot stop that by myself.
Yes.
So, with the greatest of haste towards the Crimson Scale, because it's their dragon.
Yep. Okay.
In the moral choice thing, if this was a Telltale game, I made a moral choice to save the elephant before warning the people.
All right, we're now synchronized in the timeline. Let's put a big X through Nyx.
I didn't die!
Sid and Phineas are there. As everyone's collected there, it's now been about 6 minutes since the dragon attack. There's still lightning strikes in the sky as the gods are angry, and a form is huffing towards all of you. The two really skittish house guards at this point in time wheel around with their poleaxes. Who goes there? One of them is demanding to know who you are, while the other one's saying, "Be careful, there are dragons about!" And they look like wild-eyed and fearful.
Sabros! Sabros has stolen what's yours.
No shit, huh?
It's a dragon!
Magnus is going
that's all I
around.
can say.
Magnus is going around checking on his gladiators for a moment.
You mean his gladiator?
He's got two, Sona and Bull.
Oh, Bull came back. That's right.
Oh, back.
Yeah, Phineas is really damaged. Look at that, a 44 damage,
Yeah,
mage
he's
armor
hurt
damage.
They are either impersonating gods or have paid off some. He's walking past the house guards.
Yeah, the house guards, when they see them talking.
Yeah. If they try to hit me, I'm gonna punch them in the dick. Impersonating house guards, you say?
As a show,
He would be visible now.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me, gentlemen.
Impersonating gods, you say? Sabros, you say? Stealing what's ours, you say?
Anger
Is there anything
rising,
else?
you say.
Any other news you bring?
Oh, master,
I gotta go pick up my wife.
this is not very polite.
No, not very polite at all. Thinking.
Who's missing? Let's check the Ludus. as Magnus goes into the Ludus to go check on things.
Pile of bones in you.
Arnold, not impotent.
Is Sir Prentice in there?
Yeah, go check on him. He goes into the conclave. Is anyone in here? Is anyone hiding in here?
Damian will start checking.
Oh, it's a
Different rooms for
yeah.
any-
There's blood everywhere. There's tipped over furniture. There's part of the back room is all scorched by the lightning. You end up finding the tossed the mangled corpse of the bird.
Pokes it with his rapier and just tosses it out the window.
flings it out the window. You go over the window and you look. Oh god! There's this scorched body. It's kind of like you can't quite recognize who it was. All the skin's burned off.
Yeah.
He was pretty big.
He just
as
has
one
one
of
of
the
these.
gladiators.
He just kind of goes, ew. Glad that's not mine.
Yeah, you search
running
the
down.
side of the Ludus.
No, Siva.
Yeah, I think he's gone. The prison cell is open and the guards are dead. Looks like they
We'll
were
have to let
shooting
the
down
city
there.
guards.
They were shooting.
We'll have to alert the city guard. What about what about the monkey?
Our guards, the Duke's guards,
dead.
or the Duke's men, Ulrich and Heiger, they had guns, right?
Yeah.
They have muskets, and nobody stole the muskets. Yeah, they left the guns. Tosses down the two muskets. They're masterwork muskets.
We need help. I think Ashoka's going to cast Fly on himself again.
You see which way they go? They go which way? Which way? Which way do they go?
Yes, yes, they're heading towards the docks. They're taking the east gate.
East gate? That doesn't make any sense. Their docks are to the south gate, not the east gate.
They're not. They're in disguise.
Disguise. Do you want me to go look to see what disguise they're disguising as? Disguising?
Yes,
Well disguised?
Sabros is wearing his stupid hat.
His stupid hat. I'll look for the stupid hat. The man in the hat. And
He's
that.
got He's got a bit of cloth over it, but he's still wearing it.
Ashoka, with your permission, I will go and search for the disguises while disguised.
Yes, go.
East gates do I go. But we saw the dragon go to the south.
He turns
Our
into a
dragon
bat
is
and
more important. Our dragon is more important than those losses.
Sona comes huffing back. You can see that there are 3 wet and tired-looking women that approach. The old woman, Shella, Sonia, Magnus's lover, and Maeve the Marooned Maiden with weapons bristling.
Nemi's asking what happened. I don't know if he was here for the stream where everything went wrong.
Everything went awful is what happened.
Yeah, the recap's really... so the Conclave of Crimson Scale prepared to ambush Kryxes. Magnus and Phineas met a drug dealer named Dreg and searched for poisons. They poisoned a bunch of their crossbows with because they thought that Kryxes, the primus of the sea god's fury Ludus, who demanded sacrifices the previous game, would come here, and they would just basically shoot him with poison, and it'd all be done. However, to antagonize Kryxes, Ashoka wrote a letter, which was sent to Kryxes. Kryxes arrived, and his true nature was revealed. He was a crazy, very large bronze dragon. And at that point, he let loose his dragon fear, which caused everyone to run around. Kryxes has taken 4 captives. You know he was all about finding sacrifices to his strange sea god. He took Vanu, Drain, Fleas, and Old Vigo. During the chaos, some of the gladiators started running. Dren Zerko, Sir Prentice Pennywise, Droll, and the Wizard Ling are all unaccounted for, like they haven't returned yet. You're pretty sure that Prentice used the chaos to kill the guards and make his escape. While you're not sure what the others did. What else has happened? Oh, and simultaneously, the Beast-Tamer's stable was set ablaze as men from the men from the Sea God's Fury, with the head of their Ludus, have absconded with Czargon, and were last seen headed towards the East Gate, towards the Bay Docks, in a wagon with a bunch of Vatapol guards driving the wagon.
So Ashoka is going to fly towards
This is
Castle.
about 10 minutes after the fight. So Sid is now flying towards the East Gate to see if he can see what is going on. If Zed had not come running, if Zed wasn't able to handle the half dozen guards, you would have gone. Well, you wouldn't have had the decision to make.
Yep.
Where is Sid? Did I just zoom? Yeah, okay. There's Sid flying off to the East Gate.
Yeah, Ashoka is now flying to Castle Vadaska.
What has happened?
I have to. Oh, dragon attacked our Ludus.
Okay. Maeve showed up. Okay, I'll talk to Maeve and then I'll go because the Magnus is.
Nem is tapping you on the shoulder.
Ashoka's like getting ready. He's making he's composing his thoughts and his lists and. The Sea God's Fury have gone mad.
I told you. What do you mean What do you mean they've gone mad? Says Maeve.
Their dragon has attacked our Ludus, and the Sabros has destroyed the Beast-Tamer's lodge and absconded with some of our property.
Let's go back to the first part, says Chella. Their dragon?
Oh,
yes, a rather large bronze one.
You didn't know? Kryxes is a dragon.
They exchange kind of these looks like they knew something was wrong. Finally, Cella says, "We knew something was off with that one. That he was hiding
I would suggest
something."
he wasn't appropriately ranked.
Maeve looks pissed. So
Okay, I really got to go pick up
Yeah.
my wife. I'll be back.
Perhaps they now know. Obviously. Sonya explains. She says, they probably know that the city planned on getting rid of them. Maeve was supposed to fight their entire Ludus at the Spring Games.
Interesting. Well, you will have an early opportunity, I suppose. That is, if you are willing to help us.
Magnus? Says Sonya.
He's all right. He's surveying the damages.
Okay, so she goes running into the Ludus, stepping
Ashoka
over.
does not, like, he also ran away like a scared little girl first.
What are you asking us to do? Says Maeve, who cuts directly to the...
We wish to retrieve our... We need to retrieve our stolen gladiators. And stop murderers.
Kryxes did all this.
Kryxes did all this. The fires that you can see down there were done by Sabros and his men. They are impersonating guards.
She seems less concerned with the talk of
Yeah,
guards.
the other people. Yeah.
Yep. But of Kryxes, she says. She may not like Kryxes.
Oh,
He did
I
all
wish to
this.
see-
Did you injure him at least? Surely Magnus must have stood against him.
He. Are you?
Shut up!
He was a very powerful foe.
May I remind you that the Sea God's Fury are pirates? They probably have ships,
Yes.
says Sona.
Yes.
We need to move quickly to save our fellows.
But, Master, it seems that they have gone in two different directions. One direction with dragon and one direction with the sacrifices? Not very polite, splitting their numbers like that.
Maeve. If you help us stop Kryxes, I will guarantee that we can get your fighting school authorized.
And how will you guarantee that? Scaled one, she says.
It appears this city allowed a very powerful member of the royal family to be nearly murdered within their walls by somebody who was authorized by them. Gives us some political power. We can push for your fighting school.
It hardly sounds like a guarantee, she says.
True. That part is quite true.
Give me a diplomacy check.
I'm saving my double rolls for when I gotta go and tell the other people the other side of this deal. The whole, don't throw us under the bus, they did it too. 29.
Okay. You don't seem to have much of a ludus left, says Cella. Perhaps if they do not agree, we could join your ludus. Maeve seems angered at first, but then she thinks about it for a moment. We would have to come to some sort of arrangement as to who controls the fights. says Chella. We shouldn't be talking around. We shouldn't be standing around like this. Every moment we waste, says Sona. He's concerned for his friends. Yep. He likes he likes Fleas and Old Vigo, and not so much Vanu because he peed in the food. But
you know what? Out of that group, the only one we really need to save is Fleas.
Drain, Fleas, and Vigo. These are all of his buddies. These are the ones. Fleas and Drain fought with Magnus in the Imperial City. They got pulled out of the fire once before.
Yes. All right.
Ahmed, what do you think?
Go get our friends. I'm eating.
Dude, that's not helpful.
Okay, sorry. What is the decision?
Maeve's Chella's suggesting that Maeve join your Ludus.
Oh yeah, do it
as a but have a controlling share in the Ludus, as a way to subvert the.
If we do not get the dragon back, then we are all going to get killed, or probably worse. Agree to whatever the hell it is that we have right now, because we need her help.
If we can't get their Ludus established as an individual thing,
they can join us.
Then they can join us. But it certainly looks like there are two open Ludus slots.
Maeve holds out her hand to give Magnus a shake. On your honor, Corsican, she says.
On my life.
Ashoka's casting his fly spell because it sounds like this negotiation is done.
and then her hand goes over Ashoka's shoulder. And on your hide, Snake Man, she says.
It's all I have to offer. He flies off towards the castle.
Alright, you're flying off towards the castle.
Yep.
Where are you going, says Sona? We need to work together.
I'll meet you at the docks.
Which docks?
The east ones.
Okay, so Ashoka's flying off.
Yeah.
Maeve is wandering forward. To those that would face Kryxes, follow me.
Magnus is beside her.
Okay, Magnus has 41 damage.
Yeah. Anybody got some healing? I'm fucked up.
Did Sona eventually learn Cure Light Wounds, or
Sona wanders up to let's see.
He's just refused. Sona's build, he has refused to learn Cure Light Wounds. He's just refused. No! I will not heal you!
I'm not the healer, man. I don't want that job. I want to whip things and drink wine. It's the only gladiator you have left that isn't a Tempe. He does not know Cure Light Wounds. He does not...
Bull does. We'll use a bunch of Bull.
Okay. Bull has a single potion, and let's see. Bull could cast 4 Cure Light Wounds. Okay. Then he could save the Bark Skin and the Bull Strength for Magnus.
Yeah.
Although I think Bark Skin is still on Magnus from Bull.
Bark Skin would still be running.
Yep.
See Invisibility's running. These 3 are not.
I've adjusted the spells for Magnus and for Sid.
Okay.
So all the minutes are gone. What's remaining is the.
Is there a wand of Cure Light Wounds in the Ludus?
Ashoka.
I think Zed's got one.
Zed does have one. Zed will. Well, he's supposed to let his damage cure the old-fashioned way, but it seems like we got some punching to do.
Damian has a Cure Light Wounds wand with 3 charges.
All right, and Zed's got one with 50.
Chella's a healer.
Okay.
I've always considered her a life oracle.
Okay, so some channels.
Yeah, we'll say she's got a few channels. She's low level.
Phineas also needs to be blown up.
Yep. So she does 3d6 channels. So there's 10, 12, and 11. So 33 to everyone.
Okay, so 8 damage on Magnus left, and 11 damage on Phineas. Bull will use a spell on Magnus to top him off.
Okay. Yeah, Nyx died. Hey, Foxfire. We had Zed catch up with the destruction. This is about 10 minutes after Kryxes' attack on the Ludus. The Sea God's Fury have absconded with Czargon, the dragon. And they had left through the East Gate, while Kryxes flew off with 4 of the gladiators towards what looks like the Sea God's Fury, or the House of the Sea God's Fury. So they've split up. Zed caught their leader Sabros, and a bunch of guards, or a bunch of people wearing city uniform guards, heading towards the East Gate. Sid has flown off to see if he can see something at the East Gate. Ashoka has flown off to go to Castle Vedaska to, I guess, go tattletale. While they've made a deal with Maeve that they would help her get a Ludus, and if it doesn't happen, that she will be invited to their Ludus as a controlling member. And
we really need to make that Ludus thing happen.
And Maeve is basically saying, "For those who want to fight Kryxes, follow me!" And she's running off. Magnus is with her. Sona, I know he was only with us for a short period of time, but he's really important to the Ludus. Should some of us also go and fetch the dragon? They're gonna kill Kryxes!
I will be going after the dragon.
Isn't Sid going to look for the dragon? He'll be able to take care of himself. Sona, go help him.
Sabros is a competent priest that is capable of death and life via his touch, says Chella. Are you sure this Sid will be able to handle Sabros and men?
No.
He's just a sneaky bastard. He'd probably be there right now.
Okay, so we're at the point where I need to figure out who's going where.
Yeah, so Zed is going to go after the dragon.
Sonya's following Magnus if Magnus lets her.
No.
What do you mean, no? I'm coming with you.
What level is she? Like 6?
Yeah.
Higher level than anybody other schmucks you'd be taking, you jackass.
Yeah.
Then I'll stay outside with Chella, because Chella's not leaving her master. She's.
No,
going
he says.
to be nearby.
He says. Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay. Come
Okay.
along.
Sona and Bull are looking at you like, what do you want us to do, Magnus?
So who's heading off to kill the dragon?
Right now it's you, Maeve, Sona, and Chella.
Oh, boss. Wait, and
I
Sonya.
think Damian wants to fight the dragon. Like I think
Sonya.
Mark was like, "Don't fight the dragon without me."
Okay.
So one of his characters is definitely going there. And I'm assuming, actually, Phineas would probably be pretty good against the dragon.
Yeah, we probably need Phineas on the dragon.
Well, do you want him against the casters or do you want him against the dragon? Or is Phineas just being like, hey, and he's sitting out in the rain?
I think we should get Damian on the against to help get the dragon. Like
Mark, you Luddite, why don't you buy a goddamn cell phone?
Yeah,
I
this
would
is
take
important.
Damian.
We
I
can
would
kind of
say-
linger here while you're deciding.
I would tell you this.
We could do Ashoka's
Sure.
trying to get the castle stuff to go.
Yeah, so
it takes him
Ashoka's
1 minute to fly there.
Give me a D10. If you roll a 1 on the D10, you have a chance of spotting one of the runaways.
10.
No, okay. So you're fixated on the castle.
If I would have saw a runaway, I'd have let him run away. Unless it was Prentice. If it was Prentice, then I'm gonna go straight to the window.
Like Castle Vidaska?
Yep.
All right. Let's see if the Duke is home. One, he's home. Okay. You get to the window. They're shuttered.
We're going to basically yell out alarm really loud
Alarm!
and
There's a
like
snake man at your
land
window.
on the balcony.
Okay. Eventually, some guards seize you. Like they find you. They're like, "Who are you? Out!" And they come running at you and gonna grab you. They roughly drag you in to the castle.
That's the plan.
It's late at night. You notice that Count Czargon eventually responds to this. What is the meaning of this? So he says he's basically in under armor, and eventually you get to see him.
Betrayal and
You just,
sedition.
one of the guards
false,
is holding Nem up by his single wing, and he's kind of just dangling him. The other two guards have they're pretty rough for this type of entry. They kind of push you to the ground. And
perfect.
Count Sargon's like, he just waves his hand like stop, like one of them was about to beat you.
Don't worry, I'll get your hand later.
I see your name tag.
Sedition and treachery within the walls, sir. We need help.
Let him rise. I know him. The guards don't seem they seem to be one command away from continuing their roughhousing.
The beating. That's what the hit points are for. The Sea God's Fury have partially destroyed our Lutis, stolen much of my lord's property, attempted the murder of several very important citizens, as well as destroyed the Beast-Tamer's lodge and stolen even more property. Sabros is in on the event, and they're currently trying to abscond while masquerading as guards.
Dragon.
Fucking pirates is what he says.
Dragon.
They must have found out somehow what our plans were for them. Too many people knew.
We have several parties forming to try to defend ourselves and recover property. It would be best if that of the Van Imps and the Krakensteins was not lost.
Damian's still alive?
He's hurt, but he is still alive.
Not?
The dragon is quite important. Also, Kryxes is a dragon, and that
He was about to issue a command, but he turns at that. Pardon?
That monster needs to be in Imperial chains.
A dragon.
Yes. Bronze or brass. Quite large.
Where is he?
He's absconded. He's murdered many members of our staff and absconded with 4 of our gladiators. He appeared to be heading back towards the Sea God's Furies, the home of the Sea God's Fury.
Somebody comes rushing into the room. Sir, there's a fire in the city.
Yep, this is why we're here first.
He goes out to the window, and you can see the flames licking up, kind of from the north of Beast-Tamer's lodge. The rains will likely keep the fire contained. Put the city on alert. I want the gate guards to triple.
Get everyone up in the castle. I must inform the Duke. Where's the dragon?
Is what he says to Ashoka.
Kryxes the dragon or the red dragon?
Kryxes the dragon.
He headed south towards the House of the Sea Gods. Maeve is assisting us in his subdual. We need more help.
Captain, assemble my men. Get them near the south gate as soon as possible. Some of the Duke's men as well.
Prentice also was released during the excitement. I don't know if this was part of their plan or a mere side effect of having everyone in our walls killed.
The most concerning thing is a mad dragon in the city. That thing must be put down. The rest is just property, is what he says.
Yeah, up until the general who's like, kill this man. But that's something that, that Dimitri will...
Like, what do we get to continue our beating? Let him go.
Cast another fly spell and head towards the Bay Docks.
Okay. So by this time, Sid has
That's
flown...
like a good 20 minutes at least.
Sid has flown to the gates. You notice that the gates are closed and there's some dudes at the gates. Actually, give me a perception check as you're flying towards. You're muted.
Okay, one sec. Sidinsky.
No, now.
Now, goddammit, now!
Perception check now.
Excuse me. Good show, Adam. Good show.
That's the
21.
Okay. You do see that the one guard that is left at the gate looks like he's sleeping. He's kind of in his little guard hut, just sort of taking a nap.
Fly
Guys
over it.
look like they're clutching something.
Okay, you fly over. Oh yeah, he's unless he spilled like some beans all over himself, you're pretty sure his throat has been slit.
Yep. Okay.
And you can see a couple
What's the situation now?
of hailbirds that have just been tossed off to the side. Looks like no one's guarding the Goblin Gate.
But they would have already gone through.
Yep.
Okay, he's gonna fly over. Yeah, fly over the gate and go find out where these bastards are.
Okay, another perception check. You see that there is a road that goes north and a road that goes more eastward. Which
Shouldn't
road
there
you-
be tracks of lots of men, like recent tracks of lots of men in a cart?
You could fly down to the ground and do a survival check to try to track them through the rain.
Yeah, let's do the fast one. 31.
Okay. The cart did go on the southernmost road,
Cop.
and you fly down that road, and in fact you see the cart. It is still just there.
Yeah.
You notice that there's nobody at the cart. Looks like it's
Shit.
empty.
Any boats at the dock?
Nope, but you see there is one craft that is being rowed towards a boat that is dominating this part of the harbor. It is a what looks like a heavy, really, really big prison hulk.
Okay.
You know that this is like the type of boat that is used by the Imperium to ferry slaves and soldiers around.
Okay. How big is it? Like 3 decks?
It's fucking like 5 decks, and you can see this boat. It looks like they've already raised one of these launches up, and the next boat has some people in it.
Does the boat is there one that has a thing that could contain a dragon?
That might already be on the ship.
Okay, he's gonna fly over the ship. Stealth.
Okay, you fly over the ship. Yeah, you see the cage. It is covered in tarps, and they're putting it into the hold of the ship. It looks like the cage is being lifted magically.
Okay. I have a map.